+9 map differential. So they're going to need to get some points on the board here to really keep them up in the top part of tier 4 here, because it looks like a 3-loss team is going to be on the outs as I look at it at the playoff standings right now.
Yeah, well, here, let's pull them up on screen. Well, and that's if Kaizen can win it here today, they will show up that spot because that will ensure just that the 3-loss teams will be eliminated. But if Krazy 88's does pull out this win, especially with a 4-0, it's going to blow this thing wide open. Pac and Apollo will both play tomorrow, so I'm sure they're keeping a sharp eye here on this match tonight, Billy.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and Krazy 88's are coming in having only lost, I think, 5 maps.
5 maps total. Yes, sir.
5 maps total. I mean,
So-
they're a +22 map differential. So I mean,
Kaizen's going to have
7-1
their work cut out for them. Yeah. This is going to
Yeah,
be good,
and I
but you
mean-
know they're hungry. You know they want it.
Oh, yeah, all day long. I mean, Milkoi and Squishaloon, you know, the match that we did earlier this season with Krazy 88's, they absolutely stomped. And so, you know, Kaizen's going to have their hands settled out for him. But I know Dano from Dane DeFito days, and he's made his way up into Tier 4 division and playing on the DPS line there. This is going to be a good one. I think this DPS lineup is going to be absolutely what is crucial to this match.
Yeah, we'll have Dano and Isoheart starting off in that DPS role here for Team Kaizen. Pyro Maverick and Antic will be your tanks for that team, with Vera and Shadow Celery doing the healing here for Team Kaizen. Starting off for Krazy 88's, you're going to Milkoi, Squishaloon in the DPS, Zany Legend, and K will be your tanks here for Krazy. Starting things off with Hanami and Inferno Butters in the support role there for Krazy 88's. I like these team names. It's 2 Japanese-inspired team names. Team Kaizen is technically a business philosophy, roughly translated as good change, but it really means constant personal improvement and personal efficiency. So it's a pretty cool team name. And then Krazy 88's, of course, taken from Kill Bill. So
I mean, one of the best fight scenes ever. Ever.
Oh, man, oh, man. We will be starting off on Lijiang Tower. Will be your control map tonight. I got the rest of the maps up there on the screen. You can take a look at how this 4-map set will play out. As we get loaded up here, let's see what these teams are going to have for us.
I hope there's a lot of punchy going on like we had last night. Because, man, last night was full of brawl comps. And you and I are both big fans of brawl comps. And really, you know, the DPS, you know, were kind of a sub-star of the night last night with tanks up there. But I think the DPS tonight, I think we're going to get a DPS duel going on here very shortly.
Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeed. I couldn't agree more. We're going to get the Ryan Sigma starting things off here for Krazy 88's. Kaizen coming out with the same tank lineup. But they're going to have the Reaper and the Ash on the side of Kaizen, with a Reaper and May here for the 88's. 88's taking a position in White Room first, but Kaizen put the pressure right back on, and 88's forced to kind of kite back onto the point as they both look at Pride in the Fire Strike. Takes down Pyro Mav. Here's the 88's with an early advantage. No more main tank on the side of Kaizen. Can they recover? Looks like Dano is in there trying to just worry a little Reaper duel going on in the back there. Oh, Dano's in trouble. He's able to back out and get behind his shield as Pyromav returns to battle. Unfortunately, Isoheart not so lucky. And it looks like Krazy 88's are going to get progress started for us here first.
Yep, and I think that right now the May is really what the big difference is between the two DPSs, because she is able to section off members of Kaizen. And, I mean, there was no rotation really to get around the wall. I think the speed being used by Butters or being used by Vieira there actually saved most of her team. But, man, you've got to get in there and get punchy in the face.
Yeah, and now Krazy 88 with a massive positional advantage. Kaizen slipping over to the mirror match, and Isoheart runs in ahead of his team, goes down, but Earthshatter comes out from Maverick there and found a couple. Zany Legend returning in kind. Now Sound Barrier coming out, as well as the Coalescence, but it's the Death Blossom they got to watch out for. Pyro Maverick cannot survive the spinning shotguns of death. And now a great Maywall's going to split off Antic from the rest of his team. He will fall into the weight of those shotties as well. A little help from K. And so far, Krazy 88's in full control here on Control Center.
Yep, and I mean, you know, they've got the Gravitic Flux and Blizzard already online. I mean, that's a great initiator. But the walls right now coming out from Milkoi, and as I've aforementioned, here comes that Blizzard coming from Milkoi. How much value is going to get out of this?
Well, he managed to split off Pyro from the rest of the team. Vera tried to do his best to cut back the Reinhardt, but no such luck. And it's going to be another reset coming through. This Mei is just oh so deadly here on this round.
I mean, Milkoi, I mean, they should pretty much expect it now. You know, you can't keep going the same path and expect a different result. This is better from them. This is a nice rotation coming from Kaizen here.
Indeed, they are going to go ahead and go through server room. 88's right there to catch it. They're going to be in there and drop that Gravitic Flux as they come out the doorway. That's going to find a couple members. Health bar super low on the side of Kaizen. The Coalescence coming out to re-top off those tanks, see if they can get it back in the battle, but now they are Sans Reaper. We'll see if they can overcome. That's their main source of damage gone. Pyro is coming up on another Earth Shatter here. But Zany has one of his own. Early sound barrier from Rivera. That means this Earth Shatter could just go in uncontested. But so sound barrier return on the other side. Just free to use that. Inferno Butters giving his team a bunch of shielding, and they're going to get aggressive with that. Throw down the Death Blossom. Throw down the Earth Shatter. Clean up this point. There goes the overtime wick, and here goes the first round into Krazy 88's hands.
Yeah, I mean, that was just superior composition right there because, I mean, they were fragging out on both sides. The walls coming out from Milkoi, absolutely spot on. I mean, you couldn't ask more from a Mei player here in the Tier 4 division. So you got to answer the Mei. And, you know, now, you know, are they going to expect the Mei Reaper again? Do they go to the skies with the Pharah? I mean, this is I mean, the Brawly comp, you know, they got beaten the Brawly comp. So now, you know, you go back to the cupboard and figure out, are you going to compositionally change, or are you going to keep going at it? But, I mean, they brought the Mei out first, and they ended up winning. No progress at all for Kaizen right there. So, you know, I think it's just they just got beat on that first composition, and they never were able to take control.
Well, now at Krazy 88, both teams actually making the Symmetra swaps. As I expect to see them go right in the windows. Kaizen actually taking the low approach as Krazy 88 teleports into the window, and it's going to be an immediate battle over the objective. Milkoi gets himself a kill, but lands in the drink in the process. So now both teams down a man, but it's the Lucio who is missing on the side of Kaizen, and that could be dangerous. It also means he's not going to build up any more towards that sound barrier.
No, absolutely not. And, you know, the positioning of this, of the Symmetra teleport for Krazy 88's, they've got the immediate point presence, so, I mean, better placement of that teleporter.
Milkoi is able to find a kill. Coalescence on the other side, not enough to keep Maverick alive. Dano is going to fall as well. And Krazy 88's once again getting control percentage started first for us here. And they've got an Earth Shatter and a Coalescence going to be ready for this next fight. Sound barrier not far behind.
Yep, and if you look at it again, they're having to change their DPS lineup once again to mirror what's going on. And, you know, you just can't do that mid-fights. I mean, either get your ultimate and then get out and swap. But, I mean, you were like 60% to a Blizzard there. And now you're swapped over and you've got no ult percentage for the Doomfist for Kaizen.
Yeah, and sometimes I'm with you on that. But I think an ultimate shouldn't be the only thing keeping you from making a good swap, but that Blizzard's so powerful you think they'd want to use that. Isoheart's going to run in and get first kill, but he's going to fall to a Coalescence as Krazy 88 starting to invest into this fight. Milkoi goes down 96 to his Meteor Strike. That allows Dano free reign in here as he goes punching. Right hook to the Symmetra, takes her down, and he's not done, comes in looking for more, but Milkoi returns, and it's going to be a heavyweight bout here on the objective. Dano's not going to take that fight. He's going right for the Reinhardt. Sound barrier's there, comes out on the side of Team Kaizen. Nevertheless, Zany Legend and company able to clean up. Inferno Butters finding a pair of kills in that endeavor.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's just pure aggression. You know, they brought in Dano on the Doomfist now, and he was getting some very good. So they kind of bent back, kind of back around the middle pillar there, and once he got his cooldowns out of him, they were able to press into Dano, and then it was a team wipe from there.
We're going to have Nano Boost and Gravitic Flux online for Kaizen as they look to come back in, pushing down long hallway. They got one last stab at this thing, otherwise it's going to be a quick 1-0 lead here for Krazy 88's. Both support ults available for the 88's, though, as they run, and they're going to use that Coalescence early, but Maverick gets the Nano Boost. Can he survive? He was whittled down so low. Oh, Squish alone, just melting their faces on the other side. A big 3K for him in that engagement, and a very clean 1-0 here for Krazy 88 to start things off.
Yeah, I mean that's just pure compositional wins right there for them. I mean, once Kaizen was able to come back and mirror, they made it a lot more of an engagement. But I mean, they were just getting melted there in the first parts of each of those maps. So I think that you've got to settle on what you're going to do. You can't just mirror them every time. You got to go in there. Guns a blazing, but not to take anything away from Krazy 88's. I mean, they came in there and just punched them in the mouth, and yeah, it was done from there. So that's what Kaizen's got to do. They've got to come in here and stick to a comp and stay with it.
Yeah, Krazy 88's coming out swinging, and look at So Clean here so far. And anytime you're starting to force the other team to change compositions to match you, you're in control, and that's exactly what Krazy did just then.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just, I mean, the healers were the same, except for at the very end there, they brought in an Ana, and it just didn't do anything. I mean, they got one anti, but I mean, there was no follow up to the anti need. So, we do have a substitution coming in for Krazy 88's in the healer position as we speak of it. JM Joe is coming in for Inferno Butters in the healer slot.
Very nice, very nice. I wonder if there's going to be a compositional change. We did see mostly Mora Lucio, but as you touched on, they made that swap to the Ana at the end, but Nano Boost even didn't really find a whole lot of value.
No, not at all. I mean, it was just, yeah, you just got to figure out what you're going to do and stick with it. That's the biggest thing that I want to see is, stick with the composition that you come out with, because, you could get value. Make sure that your positioning is all correct and everything like that. I mean, I didn't see much in it except, the first pick potential. Every time they came out, it was either Milkoy or it was Squish getting the first pick potential every single fight. So that's what you got to really be on your toes around this very lethal pair of DPSers for Krazy 88's.
Yeah, we'll see how Team Kaizen chooses to strike back. Hopefully we'll see that continuous improvement here from this team as we head into map number 2. Already, it's gonna make things difficult here. Going down 1, and slowly and surely they're starting to fall, but it's not done yet. Again, all they need is the W. Map score won't matter to them if they get the W. It's only if they lose this where the map score is really going to start to play in here for Team Kaizen's playoff chances.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's where we have to really be hopeful that anything that is required, you've got to leave it all out here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, Eichenwald seems to be a very good double shield map. Do you think these teams are going to stick with the Reinhardt Zarya? Or are they, you might expect to see something different?
Well, I mean, we saw Ryan Sigma there from both teams coming into
Ryan Sigma. Yes, sir.
Lijiang. So I think Zarya needs to make an appearance. As we head into Eichenwald, I mean, the graviton surges here are so impactful. But I think that if they're going to be this committed to double shields, I think Orisa needs to make an appearance as well. You could either go with the Zarya and get really brawly and get in there, and get the high charge and, basically a third DPS in there. Or you can go with the extra shielding and the controllability that Orisa provides with her halts. And, the fortify too, with that extra damage reduction. So the sky's the limit as far as the tank lines. I think Reinhardt's, we're going to see him all night. But, I mean, the tank line is what really is going to win this battle.
Yeah, personally, I like Orisa on this map. There's so many good sight lines, and it's easy to kite back from the Reinhardt compositions. But it looks like Team Kaizen are going to stick with the German Crusader here in his hometown. And you hit the nail on the head, coming out with the Sigma to accompany him. Reaper may once again, but look at the support line. I like this. The Brig Ana. Interesting choice.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of... definitely a lot more brute strength going in there, and the Inspire healing that will come out from Brigitte once she starts engaging is going to keep up her tank line very nicely.
On the other side, well, we're going to get the Doomfist Ash. As, Kay taking a quick nap there. His friendly Mora letting him know, hey, you're lying down on the job. Get up. We got work to do. And Milkoy, he's going to go in and try to do just that. Squishaloon actually fighting first blood, and Hanami getting 2 kills on the Moira. Making up for that sleeping Sigma. Make that a 3K here for Hanami. Wow, what a play coming out of the support line of Krazy 88's, and they're going to get point A here with plenty of time to push through Streets phase.
Yeah, and Shadow Celery go ahead and swapping over to the Moira instead of the Ana here. So, yeah, they're going to go ahead and mirror the comp there.
Echo coming out on the side of Team Kaizen as they look to push back in. Running this Echo on into Squish's Ash could be a dangerous proposition, but there's plenty of room for him to hide. We'll see how it goes. The front line, they're going to go ahead and meet Krazy 88's right here at the gate, putting up a very early defense. This could buy them an extra fight here, an extra engagement in the second point. Oh, Isoheart finds first blood, gets the headshot. As they're continuing this aggressive posture. Milkoi going in, but he's forced to use that Meteor Strike to get out. As it looks like 88's are just doing a bit of a soft reset here.
Yeah, I mean, this is really smart from them. You know, they're going to go ahead and try and push on this Coalescence and see what they can get kind of the cart progress and kite back from Kaizen.
The Coalescence coming out on the other side, and Kaizen themselves doing a nice job of kiting around the corner, and now big Earth Shatter comes through. But is the follow-up there? Antic's going to find one. Dano gets one as well, and indeed, very nice follow-up to a fat Shatter, and Kaizen planting their feet here at the beginning of point B.
Yeah, I'm loving this super hyper-aggressive forward stance coming from Kaizen here. You know, they got punched in the mouth there on the first attack, and, you know, maybe they were expecting it. I like the swap over to the Moira Lucio healer comp. You know, Hinami switching off of the Moira on her side and going over to Ana. So I think there's a little bit of mind games going on here.
Gravitic Flux coming out from the defense with the sound barrier there from JM Joe. Okay, Krazy 88's not dissuaded, just going to continue to put the pressure on. They're going to throw a Bob into the mix. 7th man on the field, but we're going to get the duplicate coming out from Dano. Now, it's going to be the Gravitic Flux on the side of the attacking team, but they've lost Squish. They do get the kill onto Isoheart, though, as we're looking pretty even here on the fight. Dano gets taken out of his duplicate before he can drop that Earth Shatter. And the members' reinforcements dwindling there on the defense. Pyro Maverick, excuse me, returns to the fight, trying to see if he can save his team, but no such luck. The DPS just showing up big time, putting the hurt down. And this cart, it's going to find its way to the door here on point B.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a late contest coming here from Viera, just kind of sliding around the top of the castle here. And he does get immediately execution style in the back of the head. That's very rude, Squishaloon.
It does give time for the rest of the team to make its way out, and they're going to force out the Meteor Strike. But in the end, it will be Krazy 88 with 2 points on the board and just under 4.5 minutes on the clock.
Yep, that's all about focus fire and just pure aggression. I mean, they were holding him so well up around the first corner here on point 2, and you know, once they lost Pyro, it was game over from there. It was just a pure push from there.
Defense coming in with the Sound Barrier and the Earth Shatter. Just a Nano Boost online for Krazy 88's as they're looking to push this thing final home. Oh, there's the Gravitic Flux coming online as well, but Sound Barrier right there. Johnny on the spot, very able to keep them all alive. Now the Nano Boost onto the Reinhardt as he's going in swinging, see if he can build up the rest of that Earth Shatter. Coalescence coming out from the defense, trying to keep him at bay, but Pyro Maverick is down. No more main tank standing on the side of the defense, and he goes down holding that Earth Shatter. Shadow Celery does manage to eventually pick off Milkoi, but the pressure still coming through, and now Zany Legend with that Earth Shatter online. Maverick throws his, it gets blocked. Same returned the favor. Actually, it looks like Zany might have found one as he gets the nice charge, and Pyro Maverick does eventually make his way back to spawn, courtesy of Krazy 88's. Squishaloon and Kai lighting up the feed, and it looks like it's just going to be a bit of cleanup. We'll see how long Kaizen can stall. They've got to eat some time off this clock if they can. No! 3:11 left in the time bank. 3 points on the board here for Krazy 88's.
That is a massive time bank here, and massive, just absolutely massive. So, I mean, right now the supports for Kaizen are kind of letting him down. Less left trigger or right trigger, whatever the attacking part of Moira's kit is. More healing, because I'm seeing a lot of DPS Moira coming out right now, and it's leaving Vieira basically to heal his team by himself on the Lucio. I mean, bring the Lucio Brigida out there. If you guys are going to try and brawl that close up and personal, bring the Lucio Brig out. You know that the AOE healing with the Inspire and the normal healing coming from Lucio, you can keep your teams up. So, you know, maybe double offer, double main, one way or the other. I think the healing just got to be a little bit better.
Yeah, both teams opting for the Lucio Ana here as we head into the attack phase for Team Kaizen. Interesting combination. Interesting combination. We also get the Zarya coming out on the side of the attacking team, so we will see the Russian make her appearance here, and I think this is a strong choice. Definitely has more of that brawly capability like you were mentioning here before the map started. Oh, but look at this aggressive stance coming through from 88's on the defense. My goodness. And I don't think this is just for old charge. They look like they are going to try to hold up here.
I think it's them showing a little BDE right now. I think they're going to try and put their foot down on the throats.
It wasn't indeed just for old charges. They retreat out. They were just doing it all as a team. Just goes to show you how coordinated Krazy 88's really are here, especially for Tier 4.
That's a big anti coming in.
Yep, K's going to drop his kinetic grasp, gets a ton of health, runs in, but gets hacked. As Dano is coming in on the Sombra. Isoheart goes down, though, and the attacking team missing their McCree. And with Dano in the back line, there's not a whole lot of damage for him on the front. He's going to rely on Antic to get some good charge built up, but fortunately for them, he is sitting at 90. He can definitely get some work done here on the front line. Good bubble usage is going to put him right at that perfect 100, and now the Nano Boost online, ready to go. Kaizen's still in this fight, but Dano goes down. Not going to be able to build up any more towards that EMP.
Yeah, I mean, but Vieira's already gone and swapped over to the Brigida as I throw another big anti, double big anti right there.
Yeah, and a big shatter coming through on the defense. Any Legend does go down in the process, but Milkoy picking off 2. Now he's in the back looking for more. Finds 1 more before he goes down. Big 3K from Milkoy there on that defense.
Yep, and I mean, looks like Ansi, you know, I'm not sure what their charge is right now, but I mean, Vieira almost to the rally. You've got Shatter, you've got a lot of work coming up online for Kaizen, so, you know, this could be a very good concerted charge if they play their cards right.
There's a bit of a backwards duel going on. Dano and Doomfist were over in the second phase, having their own little war back there as we get the Gravitic Flux coming out from the defense. Good heal nade comes through as Milkoy returns back into the battle. He's going to get hacked, though. Nevertheless, on the front line, the tanks putting in a world of hurt as the Nano Boost comes down onto Zany Legend. He's going to fight to try to see if he can get the Ana. Cannot quite find the Ana, and he's got to be careful not to overextend. Fortunately, his own support's there to keep him alive through that.
Yeah, that's a late exit kill there on Isoheart. So, I mean, you know, you've got a 4-pack of ults right now, basically. I think that I'm not sure what you're going to do here. Is it going to be a Shatter, EMP Shatter? I mean, grab what? I'm not sure.
The EMP, either way, I think it should be the start of this fight. Isoheart going over to a Doomfist of his own. Milko's going to go ahead and drop his Meteor Strike down, just kind of using it as an escape tool here. As the EMP comes out, the attack team has a 5-man EMP, but the one who's not caught, JM Joe, right there with the Sound Barrier. Milkoy, nevertheless, goes down. JM Joe himself falls as well, but they managed to find 2 kills. 4v4 here on the objective. Pyro Maverick, the Reinhardt on the attack team, super low, and the other Rein is all juiced up, nanoed, and ready to go. He charges them, but the counterpin was there, and now both Reinhardts just swinging at each other. The Gravitic Flux coming out on the side of the defense, and that's going to take out Antic. Isoheart strikes back, though. 2K coming through on the Doomfist for the attacking team. Pyro Maverick's going to find one as well as he gets the Nano Boost, and I think Team Kaizen will finally get this point picked up.
Yeah, not too soon either. I mean, 45 seconds left on the clock right there, so they've got some work here in the streets phase of Eichenwald. You know, that was an expensive fight, too. You know, you invested Nano, you invested Grab, you invested the EMP, and a Shatter. So,
yeah,
bit expensive.
Dano making the swap over to the Ashe here as we head into the second point. Squishaloon up on top. Bob ready to go. It was a good swap as Dano was able to check that high ground here with the Ashe, something the Sombra would struggle a little bit with. So I like this swap as they're moving in. Isoheart going in on the Doom, but just kind of giving him some jabs before he escapes out. Bob coming through on the side of the defense will slow things down a bit, but both Ash finding kills. So far, Kaizen just making a very conservative approach here, very slow pace as they're just escorting this cart around the first bend. Krazy 88's happy to kite back to the bridge and wait him out for now. Oh, but Squishaloon! Squishaloon going to be the difference maker in that engagement, finding 2 kills from the top of the castle, and that's going to prompt Krazy 88's to switch it from reverse into 6th gear. They're going right all the way up to the spawn, finding kills all along the way.
That is a nasty sight to be coming out of your spawn and be met with all that aggression. I think right now, Antic or Antsy or whatever it is, I think, you know, get your next grab out there, and then I think Orisa needs to make an appearance, or a Sigma of your own.
Yeah, either that or they're going to need to get a lot more aggressive and up the speed of which they are trying to take these engagements, up their pace a bit. Oh, a nano gravitic flux coming out on the side of Krazy 88's. 2 people drop the health bars of Kaizen oh so low. And the clean up from there, and another great defensive hold here from Krazy 88's.
And, you know, other than it was a beautiful gravitic flux, and it was a nano boosted one. Actually, in the middle of all of that, Hinami threw a massive anti-nade after delivering that nano boost onto Kai, and yeah, I mean, she was all up.
Now we're getting the dive swap, but they got to watch out for the flank shatter. They got to watch out for the flank shatter. There it is! 5-man shatter! As Zany Legend was waiting sneakily as the most giant armored ninja you have ever seen. And the kills will once again coming through. The coordination from this team is just so good.
Somebody clip that. Oh my goodness. I felt that in my soul, Bull Skunk. I felt that in my soul.
I think there's a permanent crater on Eichenwald. There's an early bomb coming out just to put more pressure onto the spawn doors here. And this dive composition is going to find, if they can get actually into the streets phase, it could work. But right now they're struggling just to get out the doors.
It's pure aggression coming from Krazy 88's. I mean, this is what we've seen from them all season long, Bull Skunk. It is pure aggression at its finest.
Isoheart gets in the nice right cloak, is going to take out Milkoy on the other side. Meteor Strike coming in. This one aggressive. He finds one. Oh, the pin there, though. He was just about to get himself a 3K. Squishaloon barely escapes with just about 40 health. Nevertheless, good work there from Isoheart on the Doomfist, giving his team another shot, keeping his team alive here in Point B on Eichenwald.
Yeah, overtime wick a burn-in though, and they almost actually C9 that by not getting back to the cart in time.
Squishaloon still in their back line. Isoheart there to take care of him. Meanwhile, on the front, Milkoy moving in onto the... Oh, no! He tried to escape as he was punching onto the Winston and just hurls himself into the depths. Zany Legend's coming up with 3 kills, though. Nevertheless, the Primal Rage there, Zany's heroic efforts, I don't think are going to be enough to stop Team Kaizen just yet.
Not yet. I mean, they're still getting progress here. I mean, you've got Diva, you've got Winston, you've got Lucio. That's all you need to push the cart. That's all you need.
We'll see how this goes. The Lucio and the Tracer coming back into the battle. Moira has returned, and I think Krazy 88's might have the numbers momentarily. Oh, especially with Isoheart losing the Doomfist punch-out. Tracer is going to find a kill as well. The Mercy is down, but not before getting the res off. So Isoheart back into this thing. Dano picks off Milkoy. Squishaloon finds ISO. Both Tracers taking out the Dooms on the other side. And a bigger shadow coming through from Zany Legend. Squishy right there to clean it up. And Krazy 88's taking Eichenwald in a 2-0 lead here in our matchup.
Can we call that a secondary impact crater right there in front of the door? The .3. Oh my gosh, Zany.
That should be our play here. Yes. Oh no,
yes.
no, it's the heroics at the end.
Oh God, that hurts my soul.
No, that flake shatter was a thing of beauty.
Oh man, somebody clip that. If you did not clip that, chat, let me know that you clipped that. My goodness.
Good stuff.
You know, good stuff. I mean, the dive coming out there though was absolutely fantastic. I mean, and they got a lot of progress. I think, you know, maybe they should have swapped to that a little sooner. But
yeah.
As it stands, Krazy 88's up 2-0 as we are going to go into our halftime here. So don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with you in just a few moments.
Krazy 88's with a 2-0 lead here at halftime over Team Kaizen, but they're not done just yet. We'll see if they can start their reverse sweep as we head into Temple of Anubis. But before we get into those details, just wanted to give a big shout out and thank you to Onrywan coming through with a huge host. Absolutely massive. Thank you so much, my friend. I hope you had a great match and a great cast. So, as we start talking about our map 3 of the evening, sounded like we had a couple subs coming in, Billy.
Yeah, JM Joe coming out for Inferno Butters in the support role for Krazy 88's, and then on the other side, Flitty coming in for Dano in the DPS slot, and Icon coming in for Vieira in the support role on Team Kaizen. So maybe a little bit of a compositional switch. Maybe this is a planned switch to kind of give the DPS a little bit of a break here.
Hey, Munchie Carrot coming through with 5 gifted subs. Munchie, thank you so much, my friend. Huge. Huge. Just get some console love and chat there for Munchie Carrot. That is awesome. Thank you, my friend.
So, let's go to Egypt.
Let's go to Egypt. It's hot, it's dry, it's sunny, and it's full of action.
It's full of action. So I mean, we saw Dive come out, right? We saw Dive come out from Team Kaizen. We actually know that Dive can work here to a degree, especially first point. If you come out and punch him in the mouth with it fast enough, you could actually get a really first take of point A here. So. I love to see what they come out with.
Yeah, I love the strategy of taking the dive up to the far right-hand side, grabbing that high ground, and then it just opens up all of point A. You're free to dive into the standard sniper nest. You can attack center platform, but typically at that point you're going to force a rotation out of the defense. If they stay on that center platform, then they're just going to get surrounded. So, I mean, definitely viable here on Anubis. Though it can be difficult to pull off, I wouldn't put it past them. We did get some side swaps coming in as we take a look at defense. Krazy 88's boys in blue now. And they're going to bring us a little bit of the Orisa Hog. Here is they take to the defense, bringing in Squishaloon on the Echo.
I like it.
Oh, it's always fun to see the new hero in. It's always fascinating to me, the duplicate choices. You know, mostly tanks, it seems like, forgive me. Seems like Reinhardt, probably your strongest pick, but the creativity behind this character can open the whole new world here. On the side of the attack, Kaizen coming in with the Rhine Diva. It looks like Flitty is going to pull out the Sombra, already in the back doing some scouting, and look at this, up on that high ground that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best place for it. I mean, getting a very good view of what's coming at their way, so the aggression's got to be good here.
Yes, indeed. But Squishaloon, they're protecting that small right room. And it looks like Kaizen are just going to go straight to the objective. They're not going to try to circle around. They're going right to the point, taking matters into their own hands. But they cannot keep their Reinhardt alive in the process. ISO Heart falls as well. And that's going to be a nice hold to start things off here for Krazy 88's.
Yeah, I mean, the kill feed just lit up blue on my screen. Milkoy on this Ash hero doing a pretty good job of sustaining and then pushing back against the wave of aggression that came into them there. So Hinami using this Baptiste, I didn't see the immortality field come out, but I think it kept up a couple of his people there. So I'm really liking this. I'm liking this compact nature and the ability to kind of yank and pull people out at their wish will be what I'm looking for here from Kai on this Roadhog.
Any Legend gonna most likely be the first one online with the Supercharger. Nothing but the Nano Boost online for the attacking team, and they're going to give that over to Pyro Maverick as he goes in. Nokoi finds first blood. Oh, and Maverick can't survive. Squishaloon finds a nice 2K amidst that. And another great hold coming through from Krazy 88's courtesy of that DPS duo.
I mean, if you had just timed it just a couple seconds later, if you would have had the backup there for you to take that Immort barrier down, I think that is a much better used nano boost onto Pyro Maverick, because he was actually getting a lot of damage there. He's already 72. I mean, he's already almost up to another, or up to his first primal rage.
Absolutely, it's coming online as we speak, but they're going to watch out for a couple ultimates on the other side. Rally uses to start things off. Supercharger in the mix. So much damage, and you cannot underestimate that. In fact, the primal coming out, and then he's going to focus down those bongos. He's down to 37 health. Can he win the duel with Milkoy in the back? He does! He wins the duel with 7 health left to spare. Isoheart, meanwhile, on the point, trying to whittle down the Roadhog, who's going to go ahead and throw his Supercharger into the mix. The defense investing ults here, despite the fact that they're missing the Orisa. Pulse Bomb and the self-destruct come out. And it does look like Kaizen will eventually pick this thing up. Still a little bit of cleanup left to do, though.
Yeah, I mean, Squishloot's still contesting this point. I mean, he is just a thorn in the side of Kaizen right now. That focusing beam going to take Ansi out of his mech. That's a huge take there for Squishaloon, as he is just creating all kinds of hell for Kaizen right now.
Yeah, there are 88% to go, though. Shadow Celery actually the one to finally clip the wings of the Echo. And with 3:40 on the clock, they pick it up. With the changes coming through, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of snowball potential here.
I mean, they absolutely decided that it was time to go to Ryan Zarya here. I agree with it. Now, Squishaloon going ahead and picking out his own Sombra here. I like it, and you know, with the Sombra Doom, the kill potential, the insta kill potential is so big, so massive here at Bullskunk.
Now, the good news is that there's not a whole lot of ultimates on the side of Krazy 88's, and that's good news for Kaizen. They can now use this sound barrier aggressively. We'll see how they choose to engage, or if they're going to try to save it for a more conservative approach as a team saving. They're pushing through caves, just poking and prodding right now, but Krazy 88's doing a great job of keeping them in check. 2 kills coming through early. Antic trying to escape with all that charge, but cannot back out. And there's going to be a reset coming through for the attacking team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Milkoy, you know, we saw it last night with a full-on spawn camp that was kind of painful to watch. I hope that they're going to go ahead and try and push maybe a different path this time, because we saw it like a wave against a rock shore last night, wave over wave going down this main line and just getting repelled every single time. So looking to see a little bit of diversity here.
Squishaloon in the back, just doing some scouting. Oh, gonna put down a ton of damage. What a great play. Picks off Isoheart. Just an amazing assassination. And that's gonna put a big stall into this attack. But Flitty strikes right back and is able to take out Milkoy. So 5v5, but of course, the respawn advantage favoring these defenders. Nevertheless, Kaizen's going to go ahead and push through. Earthshatter coming out from Zany, but he's going to go down before he can find much follow-up. But Maverick drops in the process as well, so no more Reinhardt standing here for the attacking team. Tessin goes in and just sacrifices himself to the cause, and this disjointed attack falling apart, and it's going to be another reset coming through here for Team Kaizen.
Yeah, Squishaloon's got Isoheart's number in the back. That's the second assassination that I've seen him do there.
And now Squishaloon with the EMP online, and he's literally pressed up against the spawn doors, trying to get as much value as he can. Finally forced to translocate out. Milkoy with his Meteor Strike online, that's going to allow him to get really aggressive here as he is just playing sneaky in the back, trying to get the McCree that Lydia has swapped over to. The EMP fights for, but the sound barrier is there, keeping the team alive through that. Nevertheless, health pool's looking a little low. Graviton Surge invested on the side of the attacking team. Earthshatter thrown in as well. The Nano Boost on to Maverick, and they still can't find anything but the Doomfist. Krazy 88's doing a great job of just kiting back to point. Now they're going to throw out their Amplification Matrix and throw a bunch of damage down the other way. The Baptiste does eventually drop, but the rest of Kaizen can't make it past this Amplification Matrix. Antic in there, but just so little health. Not going to be able to find much. Does eventually go down. Flitty forced to run away. Live to fight another day. But now, only 25 seconds on the clock, Billy.
I mean, this is absolutely last fight territory. You got to get speed in there. You got to get in there now. I mean, this is a long walk from down this middle road here. I mean, basically, you're going to have a shatter to walk into, so it's going to have to be packed just right.
All right, so making the swap over to the May here. Not a whole lot of time to build up that Blizzard. We'll see if the isolation is the ticket for them to get this second point unlocked. Zany Legend trying to do his flanky shattery thing again as he goes into the back. Shatter comes down, but the shield there this time. Nevertheless, they're going to continue to push through. Oh, and Kaizen just whittled down super low. The focus fire from Krazy 88's too good. And it looks like this defense will hold on as the overtime wake starts to burn. There it goes. No progress picked up here on point B.
Yeah, I mean, that was just really hard to watch. You know, it just seemed like they never had a fully coordinated push, and I think that Squishaloon actually just disrupted any sense of a kind of concerted push by them, because he was always in their backline. I mean, he took Isoheart out, I think, 3 times in a 1v1 duel. So I mean, yeah, I think I would have pulled a Hanzo out there just to kind of check where the Sombra was. I mean, make it a little bit harder for her to, you know, run around it at her whim. So there are ways to take care of it. I mean, the D.Va would have been a good one too. You know, it's just shooting spam to try and poke out a Sombra. So hard to see.
Well, Krazy 88's just so good at their focus fire and very coordinated. Makes it look very difficult for the other team, in which perhaps isn't necessarily so much of they're not being able to counter, but Krazy 88's just too good on it. Because as soon as you start putting resources into trying to detect the Sombra, everything else is going to weaken, and you're going to lose that battle on the front line. So, I mean, that was a great compositional play there by Krazy 88, and kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation there for Team Kaizen.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way they really could have adapted to that, I don't think. I mean, so, you know, now they're going to bring out, so Kaizen's going to go ahead and bring out their own Sombra here. You know, they did it at the beginning of their attack, and now they're bringing it out again.
On the defense is going to be the right Sigma, and Krazy 88's just charging right past it all with the right Sigma of their own. Milkoy coming in, see if they can finish off that Reinhardt, but Isoheart and Flitty able to find a couple kills. Baptiste getting in the mix as well. Krazy 88's able to strike back, but it's not enough, and we get our first Gong of Death here, Billy.
I know, I finally got one today. It's about time. I was missing that sound. I can, on this Baptiste right now, is doing a tremendous job as well. Taking a look at their support line, you know, kind of split out, but both occupying high ground and just really not having any kind of contest on them.
And I think it's worth mentioning here, Team Kaizen must hold this point if they want to try to clinch that playoff spot. Okay, he's going to come in and get 2 kills early and see if he can shatter those dreams. Zany Legend does go down, but Milkoy finds a pair of his own. Baptiste cannot survive either, and it will indeed be Krazy 88's picking up point A. Boring. I mean, there's no way for a recontest here.
No, I don't think there is, unless they still have the Sombra out there.
So, with that, the best that Kaizen can hope for here is going to be a draw. And that does mean that this match will indeed go to Krazy 88. But it doesn't mean their playoff hopes are shot just yet. Their map score is still important. It does mean that 7th slot is up for grabs, and it's going to be a tight race. And they need to hunker down and get as much map points as they can. Try to stave off this aggression, which so far they're doing a good job of. Nano boost used in that endeavor. The Coalescence not enough to keep Krazy 88 alive through that fight.
Yeah, I mean, and the Gravitic Flux they're not by Ansi right there was absolutely crucial in keeping them, keeping their hopes of pulling a draw out here alive. And I mean, a draw is definitely better than a loss, and it keeps your map point differential neutral with a draw. So that's what they've got to really be playing for here.
Flitty with the EMP online. We'll have the Amplification Matrix and the Earthshatter online for the defense as well. Krazy 88's coming back in with an Earthshatter of their own, and they're coming up on that Blizzard. That's going to be the one to keep an eye on. Also, we'll see if Inferno Butters can manage to not get hacked. He does indeed. Sound Barrier is there. And Krazy 88's weather the storm. That is the EMP. Here comes Maverick, tries to throw down the Earthshatter. Zany Legend throws one back of his own. I don't think either found much, and Zany Legend's going to fall, but the Gravitic Flux made Blizzard combo too much for Kaizen to handle. And it will be Krazy 88's taking Temple of Anubis in a 3-0 lead here in our matchup.
That Gravitic Flux was, oh my god.
That was huge.
It was, and he was antied through it, so he actually had to go off the side of the map to avoid getting killed before he could bring the slam down on it. So great pickup play right there. Watch this.
Absolutely massive. As he goes down to grab the Mega, gets a 3K on it. What a play.
What a play. So, I mean, Krazy 88's have now gone 3-0 up on Team Kaizen. And as we look going into Rialto, I mean, the match is already set, but I mean, Kaizen has to get a point out of this map to really solidify their spot in the playoffs, because as we've seen here in the Tier 4 division, one map point is going to keep somebody out. I have the feeling of it. My heart's already sinking for the team that it's going to happen for. You guys know me. I'm a big softie, and I'm like terrified that all the people that we've been expecting to get into the playoffs is going to be gone. So, man.
Before we get to talk about Rialto and Map 4, just wanted to give a very special thank you out there to Red, coming through with 21 gifted subs. Just a massive figure. Thank you oh so much. Oh my goodness, absolutely awesome. Oh man, thank you so much, Red. Big console loves in chat there for Red. We also had Whippin' 88's subbed for 2 months in a row there with a Tier 1 sub coming through saying, great cast as always. I really appreciate it. Man, this encouragement, this is, wow. This just keeps the wind in our sails, friends.
We love all of you.
Yeah.
We really do. It's not a gimmick. We really do love our scene, and we love our community. God, how many gifted subs is that over like the past like 10, 14 days, dude? Like
quite a lot. Quite a lot.
So, you know, looking at it now, as we're going to go to Rialto. And it is your birthday too, so maybe they're giving you these gifted subs for your birthday.
I'll take it. Happy birthday to me. That's pretty special. I'm just happy to see all you smiling faces out there in chat. And chat is lively tonight. I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here in this Tier 4 matchup. Krazy 88 looking dominant. Man, they're making a statement here today, Billy.
They really are. They're saying that they want to win. They're saying they want to win the championship here in Tier 4.
I think that's exactly it.
Arc Flash is still undefeated, right? Is that right? Am I thinking of the wrong tier?
That's the wrong tier. C4 is your undefeated team here in Tier 4. Arc Flash is undefeated in Tier 3, if I remember correctly. Not just undefeated, but running a golden stage, and they have not dropped a single map. We'll have them on this channel here tomorrow to see if they can complete that miracle run. But in the here and now, it is Krazy 88's moving to 8-1 will be their final record on the season, and proving that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with as he head into post.
Yeah, I mean that's just, man, 8-1. The map point differential right now is at plus 25, and climbing. So we will see where they actually end up out at the end of this map.
Yes, sir. And Apollo and Pac, I'm sure, are watching this just on the edge of their seats, cheering on Krazy 88's, because every map they win gives those two teams a chance to sneak in, as that 7th slot is still wide open, especially now with Kaizen dropping to 6-3 will be their overall record. But those map points, I mean, I have a feeling this is going to be a 1 map point difference on who makes it in. So that's Team Kaizen really needs to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and see if they can pull out a dub here on Rialto.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, is that they've really got to make sure that they are all hands on board for that. Just trying to get some substitutions in here and make sure that my lobby is as happy as possible.
What substitutions do we have coming in there, Billy?
Substitutions coming in. We've got Vieira coming back in for Shadow Celery. And then got Tomic Ryder coming in for Kai, and Jim Joe coming in for Butters.
Very nice. Very nice. And that was K coming in on the tank role, Butters coming in on the support role there for Krazy 88's.
I can do this.
I promise you. As we head to Italy, I love Rialto. This actually got voted by the community as the favorite escort map in a recent poll by quite a large margin, I saw. I mean, I'm personally a big fan of Watchpoint Gibraltar, but, you know, I like to play a lot of Winston, so what can I say? But this map, you know, home of more full holds than any other map in Overwatch, home of the Corner of Death, home of an incredible back cap that we saw last night.
So many views have happened from that. I hate to say it, but God, woo! It was that was one of the best plays of the year.
Well, it just goes to show anything is possible here on Rialto, and It's good news for Kaizen is they need to come in and show up big. Heading into map 4. I think we'll see some more of that Echo, perhaps some Far here. You have a great skybox to work with, a lot of air cover. Or do you think they're going to stick with the Doomfist, May, Ash compositions that we've been seeing?
I mean, it really depends what we see coming out here. I'm trying to. Sorry, I've got some lobby stuff I need to attend to here.
No, that's quite all right. Ren herself came through with her own Tier 1 sub for 3 months in a row. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you once again for just the plethora of gifted subs. So kind. I can't say how much I appreciate it enough. Big console loving chat there for Saturn Ren.
I was trying to figure out who Chris is that they want me to swap Dano in for, because I don't see it. Do you see a Chris?
I'm guessing is that CR Sands? Is that Chris?
No, that's the coach for Krazy 88's.
So
hard. Okay, nope. He just told me who it was.
You can't give us real names there, Captains. Come on, we don't know your actual names behind your gamer tags. You're giving us riddles here, Billy. It's a birthday riddle. Who is Chris? That's
Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big black bat?
Hey, okay. Pulling out a little rhyming. Oh, I see what you did there.
Okay, and now we're also going to bring in Shadow for Flitty. So Flitty is going to take a seat on the bench, and Shadow Celery is going to come in off of the support role and now into the DPS role for Team Kaizen.
Very good. Very good.
Okay. I think that the lobby is correct. So many weird things going on there, including people giving me their first names. Yay! So, I'm going to go ahead and get the ready up for both of our teams here. But, I mean, you and I have seen so many very nutty plays over the course of this MTT that you don't never know what to expect here.
Yeah, no, Rialto definitely seems like one of those maps where, I mean, like I said, anything can happen. And once again, I feel like the double shield would be really strong on this map. A lot of open space to work with, good kiting, good range that you can maintain that distance. So, and by double shield, I'm thinking either the Orisa Reinhardt or an Orisa Sig.
Orisa Sig, good.
Orisa Sig just seems so strong on this map.
It really does, you know, and you've got the control, and you've got the CC ability of the accretion disc. I mean, that is one of the best parts of his kit. Just ability to stun somebody for that 1.2 seconds or whatever it is, or 0.9 seconds, whatever they've adjusted it to be now. That is one of my favorite parts of his kit, because it's a tank getting that nice CC ability, and then the rest team can flood in on top of it.
Well, and of course, Halt Rock is such a great combination.
Halt Hook is also a good combination. I actually like to see the Halt Hook. You know, one of the OG tank line combos. I mean, we've seen it tonight here. We've actually seen it here tonight a couple times. So looks like we are going to get some hog action. Atomic Rider looks like he's showing us a little bit of the hog right now. Bull Skunk.
Yeah, on the side of the defense, it looks like we're getting a little Reinhardt Diva with McCree and Maid. Put the hurt down here for here for Team Kaizen, excuse me, as they go back into the blue jerseys onto the defense. On the other side, Squishaloon taking to the skies, pulling out the Echo. Milkboy pulling out the Genji with the double shield there to protect him, keep him shielded up. It is going to be Shadow Celery on that Diva, picking up first kill. Now trying to chase the Echo out of the sky, but just eats too much damage, is forced to back out. Antic getting a very aggressive. That was a bold play, my friend, as he just goes headlong into the attacking team, and he will go back to spawn. Now wall coming up as Krazy 88's try to push across the bridge here, but I think Team Kaizen is just going to kite back, give up a little space, and regroup here in courtyard.
Yeah, nice walls coming out from Dano right now. Early Coalescence invested by Vieira. taking out Milkoy, and I think that that's going to be a little bit of a soft reset. Looks like that
we had bow support ults come out on the side of the defense here, throwing the nano boost on to Pyro Maverick, and they're able to chase him back, but seemed pretty expensive to use both those simultaneously.
Yeah, that's going to be a very big hampering for Team Kaizen here, as some ultimates are starting to come online right now. Looks like Squisherloon's going to go ahead and duplicate into the Diva, already demeched though.
Big anti coming through on the other side, and that slowed down the attack, forced them to stall for a bit. Getting back in the mech, Squishloon is able to get a self-destruct out, and that's going to pick off Antic once again. He falls early, but a massive shatter coming through on the other side. Four-man shatter. Blizzard thrown in from the defense as well to try to prevent that escape. The Gravitic Flux coming through from a Rider to see if he can counterpunch back, and he is going to take Maverick down. Shadow Celery drops as well, and somehow, some way, Krazy 88's weathers the big shatter, weathers the Blizzard, and they manage to get the win here in this engagement.
That's like a 9,000 IQ Gravitic Flux there coming from Atomic Rider to save his team and put enough damage in there to actually get a couple frags out of it. So that's big brain plays coming from the sub here.
What a turnaround there in that fight, and Kaizen cannot even get back to contest. Pyro Maverick kind of caught in limbo there. And now Krazy 88's in a great position to buy a lot of space here as they approach the corner of death.
Using the Deadeye there, right there, Mr. Bull Skunk, they didn't get much value out of it. I mean, it was one little kill, but the push is still on for the Krazy 88's.
Yeah, Moridantic is looking a little boomed here, as he does not seem to be playing around the rest of his team. And Kaizen, man, they need this map point.
They really do. I hope they're not throwing it, because that would just be disappointing in the least.
Yep, gotta keep your mental strong here. Never give up, my friends. You've got the corner of death at your disposal. This is one of the strongest defensive positions in all of Overwatch. Let's see if they can make use of it. Squishaloon coming up with early kill, and once again is going to duplicate the Diva. Self-destruct coming out on the side of Team Kaizen, but Pyro Maverick goes down. Squishaloon getting very aggressive, and here comes that self-destruct. He has so many lives. With the Diva, you have a DMEC as well as the duplicate itself. Defense able to find a couple kills, but I think just a consolation prize at this point. We'll see if they can strike back in that small window of opportunity and find a power play here on the defense.
I mean, the defense just got to shore up real quick. I mean, you've got Shatter, you've got Nano Boost, you've got Coalescence, you've got the keys here, guys.
Oh, Zanny beats Maverick to the Shatter. It gets wasted, and he ends up on his back anyway. Nano Boost comes onto the Diva with the Coalescence invested on the side of the defense as well, as they try to see if they can stabilize after losing their Reinhardt in that incredibly tight duel. Antic able to get a kill with the Deadeye, follows it up with the kill onto Squishaloon as well. In fact, they trade out, but it does look like a reset coming through from the attacking team.
Yeah, and I think a reset is what is needed, because I got a little bit hectic there. Maybe take a moment to pause, breathe, recollect what you're doing, because I mean the defense right here on the corner of death, they've got it around there, but I mean I think that they're going to push it back into the corner, and if that happens, that is going to push a lot of time off of this time bank for them.
Yeah, and the defense absolutely just sitting back, playing a little more conservatively. I would like to have seen a more aggressive approach onto that corner, but Shadow Celery able to just nudge the self-destruct off the corner, catch him off guard there on the side of Krazy 88's, finding 2 kills and thwarting this attack. Zany Legend trying to make a hero play, charging in, but he gets antied and deleted. And this defense holding on, just $1:37 left on the clock.
Yep, $1:37 left on the clock, and you only invested 2 ultimates right there. You invested your self-destruct, and you invested your shatter. Man, good number of ults coming up for Krazy 88's to help them get around this corner, though. Zany's got to play a little bit more conservatively, as he is getting super hyper-aggressive. That's a massive anti coming in from Icon as well.
Coalescence there on the side of the defense. We're going to get Dano throwing in the Blizzard right over the objective. That's going to freeze up Zany Legend. Then Sound Barrier, I don't know if it's going to be enough to keep him up. No, he does eventually go down. The Fire Strike will be the nail in the coffin there for Zany Legend. James Joe strikes back, takes the Ana out on the side of the defense. The duplicate was used amidst that, and they're able to find a couple kills on the back of that. This pressure from Krazy 88's is just too much for them to handle, even without their Reinhardt on the battlefield.
I mean, that is just concerted death march right there. That's the best way I can describe this. I mean, look at how far they are pushing up right now.
Oh, getting the kill onto the Ana. Milkoy doing them dirty. I love this aggressive posturing, like you're saying, and they've got Deadeye online. They're going to have both tank ults ready to go. Not a whole lot to counter on the other side. They will be coming up on a Deadeye and an Earth Shatter of their own. That Nano Boost online currently, but I think they got to play it a little slow. See if they can get Vera's Coalescence up. That's got to be that's going to be your only hope for keeping this team alive through this onslaught.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they just blasted through that wall that Dano threw up there. Oh, huge 2K. Let's go. Here's the start to push right now. That's 4 down. Oh my goodness. 4 down for Kaizen right now. 5 down. This is going to be a very
DPS duo for Krazy 88's finding a pair each. The Gravitic Flux finish them off from there. And with a $120 and the time bank, 3 points on the board here for Team Kaizen.
That was filthy from Milkoy. Just walk through the destroyed wall and Deadeye done. And that was the beginning of the end for Team Kaizen there. Now, swapping around here, you know, this is your season here. I'm not sure what an 0-4 would do to their playoff picture. Chat, give me some help out there.
Oh, and it just means that they're gonna putting their fates into the hands of Apollo and Pac, and cross their fingers that both of those teams lose. But you're giving those two teams each an opportunity to claw their way back in and rob that 7th slot here of Team Kaizen.
I want to see them fight for this. I want to see you guys fight for this, man.
Krazy 88's going on the defense, bringing us a little Reinhardt Zarya. Milkoy teasing his soldier. We'll see if he actually comes out with legs here. Squishaloon on the Ashe. Ana and Lucio to keep the team alive. On the other side, looks like Kaizen showing us the Reinhardt Diva with Ashe and May put the hurt down. Ana and Moira to keep the team alive. They still have 8 seconds to change their mind, but that's what they're showing us at the moment, Billy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really interested to see what they're going to bring out here. I think they stay with the Ryan Zarya here. I mean, even though they've been showing us a lot of double shield all night.
Yeah, the defense are sticking with the Ryan Zarya, which I'm frankly a little surprised with, but they do a good job with it, so can't argue with success.
No, you can't argue with the success, and I mean, you're going to have to somehow meet this Diva head on.
Shadow Celery going up to the high ground is driving the Ashe away. Let's see if they can buy Team Guys a little room to work. Zany Legend would have gone pretty low, but the wall leaves just enough of a gap for that Ana to squeeze through, top him right back up. JM Joe, though, not so lucky. Sleep Dart comes through and just kind of slows down the progress a bit, but nevertheless, Kaizen's able to push this cart into the courtyard and continue to put the pressure down here on Krazy 88's. Nice fire strike. Takes down the main tank. Great ante to help finish off the rest of the team. And that's a wonderful engagement. Good start here for Team Kaizen.
That's exactly what Kaizen needed here. There's going to be, you know, obviously the ability to recontest here, even though that is a fantastic wall from Dano. They might not be able to touch here.
Nope.
They aren't able to.
Indeed, the wall denying the contest. But they're going to get aggressive nevertheless on the side of Krazy 88. It's the nano-boosted Reinhardt. Run it in, smashing down. And back to spawn goes Team Kaizen, despite the fact that they got the point. But fortunately for them, they'll spawn right here.
Yeah, I mean, it's good spawn advantage for them right now. As we get closer along to the corner of death, those distances start closing together very quickly, and they're going to have to really watch themselves on this wall, or on this bridge right here, because I think that this could be a very bad engagement for the 88's here.
Coalescence coming out, but a wonderful Sleep Dart interrupts Coalescence. Hitting that from across the bridge. What a shot coming through from Hinami. Another wall coming up, trying to isolate the front line. Bob comes out on the side of the attacking team. Blizzard thrown into the mix as well. That's going to find 4. Huge Blizzard coming through. What a great play coming from Dano. All 4 taken out. Only the Ashe and the Reinhardt survive, and they are beating a quick retreat here as their cart starts to approach the corner of death.
I mean, this is exactly what the doctor ordered for Team Kaizen. I mean, Zany's got to play conservative here. Otherwise, it's going to be a steamroll to the end there, and we're going to get some bonus Overwatch.
Yeah, Kaizen doing a good job of claiming the space. They've got the high ground. They're going to throw the nano boost down onto Pyro. He slept momentarily, but he gets up from his nap and goes in swinging. We'll see if he can find the kill Because Zany Legend was down pretty low, but the healer's there to keep him topped off. Squishaloon does win the duel against Antic on the Ashe. And with the man advantage, the defense are looking to put some pressure down. Self-destruct comes out, but I think it got blocked by their own Maywall there, if I saw that correctly. And now with the sound barrier used, that's Krazy 88's key to get aggressive, go through, get the kills, and they do just that.
Yeah, now they're pushing up again right up here to this bridge. So, okay, Krazy 88's, take a lesson from last night and don't let a Tracer back cap.
I think Krazy 88's have shown a lot of fantastic awareness here today. I don't expect that to be an issue with this team.
I didn't expect it last night either, and it still happened.
You know, fair enough. I guess that's why it worked, right? I don't think they expected it either.
Okay, as we get into this, though, I mean, the defense has got almost a 5-pack of ultimates ready to go,
Coming up
including
on all 6,
grab
yeah.
on
This is going to be a tough endeavor, especially with Dano going down early, 88% to Blizzard. Oh, that is not the start for Team Kaizen. Disastrous here. Big AT on to Maverick, and he's going to go down. The defense will hold, but still plenty of time left on the clock.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every little meter that this goes back, you're heading back to the corner of death. And that's not a good spot for you to be if you are Team Kaizen right now. Now, we do almost have a 6-pack of, or I'm sorry, a 5-pack of ults available to them as well. So this could be an ultravaganza coming in here in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, Kaizen wisely not investing any ultimates in that last battle. Once Dano went down early, I think they knew that it was a lost cause. So like you said, they are coming back here very rich in that department. We'll see if he's going to toss that Blizzard in from the top, which is what I'm expecting to see. He's just up there waiting for it. We did get Bob onto the point. That picks up a kill, so it's going to be a 7v5 here if you count our big Omnic Butler. Dano finds himself a kill. Antic comes up with a pair as well, and they don't even have to use Blizzard to win this fight, Billy.
That is absolutely stinking huge. Not just the denial and the respect and restraint for the ultimates that they had coming available to them. They've got a pretty respectable time coming here. They could absolutely steamroll this in.
Especially with the early picks coming through like that. Bob coming out on the side. What the heck was going on with Bob there? I've never seen that happen. He was doing a little dance on the front of the cart. It was kind of unfortunate because it means he wasn't standing there shooting. Unlucker's turn there. But I think Bob was just a bit of a stall tactic anyway as the 7th man gets taken out. Defense trying to wait for their Doomfist to get back in the battle here. Blizzard is going to come out. Graviton Surge on the other side. The defense matrix not quite there to block the Graviton Surge, and it denies the follow-up onto that Blizzard. Ultimate devalue. Nano Boost onto Zany Legend as he is just as content to hold his shield up, keep his team alive. I think that was a bit of a defensive Nano Boost rather than trying to put the pressure down. But it's going to be Milkoy actually putting down said pressure in the name of 2 kills. Meteor Strike invested as well, and the defense will hold on here.
Yep, and Shadow Celery right there had self-destruct available. Could have maintained the pressure there, but I think they were going to go ahead and go back to spawn and figure out a way to combo this. Putting Bob out there and then maybe throwing a self-destruct in there is what's going to get them over this finish line and get us into some bonus Overwatch.
Yeah, 4 ults to 1 and no support ults on the side of the defense. I think this is going to be Team Kaizen's best chance. Bob coming out defensively to start things off. Coalescence on the side of Team Kaizen as they're looking to push in. Does look like Krazy 88's just able to kite around the corner here. They're just going to back up, play it safe, and that is absolutely the play already. 2 of those ultimates used that could have been helped. Economy cut in half here for the attacking team. So far, no kills picked up. Nano Boost on to Pyro Maverick as he's trying to get in here to get something done. Self-destruct thrown out as well. That's going to find 1. But Zany with the big shatter coming down from the other side. That found 4. He's going to get aggressive in on the back of that. And he's going to trade out, but Pyro Maverick is down. No shield to block the onslaught of incoming damage with that Graviton Surge. Defense holding 30 seconds on the clock.
I would have held that in my pocket, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
There. I mean, but they do have Sound Barrier and Bob available again. Hinami seems to be getting these these nanos on almost on cooldown. What a fantastic night of play for Hinami on the main healer core.
JM Joe with that sound barrier might be just a ticket, as there's Blizzard and Earthshatter here for the attacking team. Can Team Kaizen find a way to complete this point? Blizzard coming out earlier, the sound barrier is there. No deaths coming through on the back of that one. Coalescence used on the side of the attackers as they try to find a way to push in. Wall to isolate Zany Legion from the rest of his team. But once again, the fantastic Honor play showing up, and he is still in this battle. In fact, it's Pyro Maverick going down. Atomic Rider finds himself a pair of kills, and I think Krazy 88's have indeed done it. After a little bit of cleanup, this will be Rialto in the 4-0 sweep here for Krazy 88's.
That is insane. That is a dominant performance, as good as we've seen all season. And it wasn't all one way, though. I mean, the fights that we had tonight were great at points, and then there just seemed to be just that little extra something that the 88's threw in there, a little extra spice into their stew that just absolutely blanked them. So, man, what a night for Krazy 88's, going to 8-1 on the season, a 26 point map differential in the positive, and not taking nothing away from Kaizen. I mean, they played pretty damn good Overwatch tonight.
Yeah, taking a quick look at our playoff picture, that will put them in second place here. Currently, barring the result of C4. If C4 loses, Krazy 88's could actually take that first place slot. But that, of course, a tall order. I think C4 is playing somebody from the lower half of the tier, so most likely to go a 9-0 if they haven't played already. I know a lot of our matches got rescheduled from last night. But Krazy 88's firmly sitting in second place and looking strong as we head into postseason. Team Kaizen, they're going to drop to 6-3, and now they're relying on Apollo and Pack to lose if they want to maintain their 7th place slot.
Tomorrow's going to be a very nail-bitey kind of day for us. Here across the CGL, I'm looking for some results tonight for other games. Whew, this is going to be a very uncomfortable, what would you say, 36 hours?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Maybe even 48. I know some of those matches rescheduled to Monday from last night. I don't know exactly which ones, but I do know for a fact Pac and Apollo both play tomorrow. And if I remember correctly, Apollo is playing Astral Bananas. And so that's going to be a tough matchup for them. And I believe Pac is playing Solo. So Pac is actually playing the bottom seed 1-7 Solo. They have a real opportunity to squeak in here, Billy.
They really do, because, I mean, Solo in the Tier 4 hasn't really shown up this season.
And if Apollo does indeed drop to the 7-1 Astral Bananas, man, Pac, with a 4-0, could make it in. It's going to be an exciting day tomorrow. We'll be keeping a sharp eye on it.
You'll see us in Discord throughout the day looking at stuff, and I'll be hyping up as much as I can. I'm not sure if we have any games other than our game scheduled for tomorrow. I think that some of the other casters are trying to get some of these games cast. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for me. I'll post stuff into the Discord should I see anything. But once again, happy birthday, my friend.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. It was a fun birthday broadcast. No other place I would rather be than bringing y'all some fantastic Overwatch. I love doing this stuff. This is what I live for, Billy. This is just, I feel just so privileged and so honored to get to bring these games to the community, show these great players, tell these fantastic stories.
That's what it's all about. Players, community, and story. And that we love you guys. And we really do. We really do. I'm such a softie.
Thank you for everybody out in chat showing up. Look at all those viewers. Just, holy cow, warms the heart. Oh, I'm humbled. This has just been an awesome broadcast. Thank you all so much for the just incredible support out there in chat. Thanks for hanging out with us. And Billy, as always, thanks for being my partner in crime here in the booth. Well, that's going to do it for us, friends. Once again, Krazy 88's with the 4-0 sweep, moving into second place here in the Tier 4 division. We will see you back here tomorrow. We got some Tier 3 action, Arc Flash, see if they can keep their golden stage alive. But until then, look out for each other in game and out. Have a wonderful weekend, my friends. Oh, hey!
Wait, MVP.
We forgot MVP. We forgot MVP. I got so caught up.
I did it. It's my fault. I wished you happy birthday.
The birthday wishes. I got too caught up. All right. Before we sign out, MVP.
Okay, we're gonna do it at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Zany Legend. There you go.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, I mean, it's hard. Yeah. Krazy 88's was just fantastic teamwork all night. It's hard to pick just one, but there you go. Those are your MVPs, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful night, everybody.
Bye. Love y'all.